a little bit instructive and a little bit good to understand why that's the case. Now, I have like this entire hour-long presentation about this topic. For some reason, my coworkers said that people didn't want to listen to me do that for an hour and then listen to the rest of the material too. So I tried to boil it down into this fairly confusing slide that will hopefully make a little bit of sense as I go through it. So the short answer as to why this is an ever-present issue is that the religious right basically took over the Republican Party back in the 1980s while deploying an inside-outside strategy. So the founders of that movement created a conservative political movement that really fused this idea of religious practice and conservative political activism. And in doing that, the religious right literally held national events where they trained their people on how to become GOP Central Committee members, how to run for office, how to do all of those steps that are necessary to create and build power in a party, in this case, the Republican Party. Now, while they were creating this movement, they understood that, for instance, conservative evangelicals and conservative Catholics don't always agree on theology. And so instead of focusing on theology, they didn't need to do that. They were creating a political movement, not a theological one, a political one. And to those ends, they very smartly decided to prioritize issues. So they came up with issues like stopping abortion, like breaking down church-state separation, like opposing LGBTQ equality, in order to help these various factions of largely conservative Christians be able to come together into this political force. So by taking over central committees, by getting their candidates to run for office, by participating in the party, what they were able to do is they were able to take these culture war issues, including the targeting of the LGBTQ community, and turn it into kind of this evergreen issue for them when it came to things like drafting political platforms, when it came to crafting and introducing policy, when it came to using these issues to get conservative Christians out to vote for their candidates. So all of those measures are happening within the party. So they're basically that kind of purplish arrow in that Republican Party circle on the inside of the party, pushing the party to the right, always trying to get the Republican Party to be more conservative. So is that enough? I mean, to take over a lot of the Republican Party? Well, of course that's not enough. And so you also have the religious right and really Christian nationalists as a whole that have an army of advocacy groups that exist outside the Republican Party. And in doing that, they have this whole network of groups that use those same issues, whether it's LGBTQ equality, whether it's abortion, whether it's these other issues, in order to engage the Republican Party and continually tell the party and its officials that no matter how conservative they get, it's never far enough to the right. So in essence, you have these people on the inside of the party pushing the party to the right. You have these advocacy groups mobilizing people outside the party to pull the party to the right at the same time.